welcome to the first YouTube Fitness podcast. I've been in radio before, but I've never really done interviewing before, so it's going to be like my first go-to experience. But before we introduce today's guest, I want to kind of give everyone a quick rundown of what this podcast is going to be about. It's going to be about sharing a platform of a community with fitness, nutrition, life. You know, everybody has so much going on in life that sometimes we take the little things for granted. So some of the people we watch on YouTube, they only post certain things, but I want to take a little bit deeper than that with everyone and show everyone that life is more than just what people show behind the camera. So I'm very proud to introduce my first two guests on the show, Josh and Kyle. And what's so cool about this is that they were the first people to comment on my first YouTube video almost a year ago. So this is like a cool experience for me, and I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So Josh and Kyle, welcome to the first. You guys are the first, so welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, buddy. It's an honor.
So, thank you. I'm super excited. I mean, I've been following you guys for the past year now, and I respect the hustle, and we'll get into that. You guys have been putting up some quality content recently, and I can't wait to dig into that. But I want to start from the very beginning. So when you commented on my video, it was like March. Before you picked up a camera, what was life like for you guys? Where did it all start?
You want to begin?
Well, okay, I'll begin, but a little background. Josh actually started Colossus Fitness with one of his buddies, and this was just over a year ago that I joined, and we just hit the gym, and he had started Colossus Fitness, but it really wasn't, much wasn't happening, so...
We had like 4 videos.
Yeah, so we had our iPhones, and he's like, hey man, let's work out together, or I said that actually. We started filming a few workouts, and basically we started just to kind of show like people how strong we were and that kind of stuff, and it just went from doing that into like really trying to help people out, helping people become the best version of themselves. And I don't know, it was interesting before, doing this YouTube thing, and it's just like we've grown so much since then, like as a person, and it's just like we couldn't imagine doing anything other than this YouTube thing. It's a lot of fun. What about you, Josh?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, so we mainly like lifted and stuff for sport. Like we each played our own kind of thing. Kyle did a lot of running. I was big into skateboarding and like motocross and those kinds of things. We both played a lot of hockey. That's how we met. So we were kind of lifting for function, and then we're both bigger people in nature more so. So we started out basically for that reason, and then Colossus kind of started me and my buddy because we thought, well, we're good at this. Why don't we show some people, help people out? We've been helping them out locally, but that died down pretty quick. It wasn't really, I wouldn't really say it started until a year ago or so.
Yeah, until Josh and I got together.
So when that kind of happened, we still weren't like where we were today. It was a lot of learning, but it was a good experience. And our main goal has always been to help other people and to share that knowledge. And then now we're starting to try to focus a little bit on like showcasing some of what we're going through with like the Rising Legends. And then Saturday is more of a series to go through the different stuff. And then Wednesday we usually do like a how-to or a cardio challenge. So we're trying to diversify a bit, but those are the origins.
Yeah, before picking up that camera, man, it's really tough to really get your message out like that. So, having this YouTube platform and being able to record yourself and put it on such a large piece of media, like it's just amazing because we can just reach out to everyone.
So when you guys first started, because I know when I first started, everybody was looking at me like, who's this dude walking around with a camera, like vlogging in public, like what kept you going? Because obviously, when channels start out, it's small, you're very kind of in your head and moving forward. What kept you on track to keep that going? Like, what was that driving force inside of you?
Well, the first video was my transformation, and we kind of pumped that sucker out, and it was at like 12,000 views in like the first day. So we started, like, this was pre-Kyle, but we originally, like, we started gunning with it, and we just wanted every video to be really hype and really big. Then that started to die down, obviously, and kind of just lost our interest with it. I think the biggest issue was we were expecting that Insta fame, and we were expecting to blow up immediately when we started, and like it went from like 12,000, then we had a 6,000, 3,000, like these were big videos per se, but it was very early. But now to like the modern context, I think we were just mainly thinking like we do it for fun, but it's funny, like we were really shy, and even today with one of our collabs with this guy Tomer, Kyle was saying, like, yo, if you're uncomfortable with vlogging, you're gonna get comfortable because we're pretty good. Like, we feel comfy now. Like, we'll go in, we'll just start yelling or filming dumb stuff just for confidence boosters.
I think one of the biggest parts that really kept us going was when we started seeing the comments from a lot of people saying, "Hey, man, like, you guys are motivating me to lift heavier, to, you know, something nutrition related, or just like, you know, noticing that you're changing someone's life, just, you know, will keep you going," and that really helps us for sure.
Yeah,
it's
I
also
think
a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I know with my work, people look at me like, "Oh, what is he doing with walking around with the camera?" But I mean, it's so positive and so good to know that people are trying to make a better impact inside the community. Because the fitness community, especially in our space, it's very kind of like do or die. It's either, you know, it's people are either nice to you or they're really, really mean. So it's kind of just a kind of a worldy world, like where just people just are going at each other.
Oh yeah, you'll notice as you begin, there's so many people that look at you like, "What are you doing? Why are you taking that camera and filming your workout? Like, what's the point?" And then once you start like growing, it's just like, damn, like you guys are getting there. I respect that.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of bigger channels won't credit smaller channels, especially ones that are starting out. We felt that too. Like, when you start out, like, everyone's a person at the end of the day, but it's hard to recognize that, like, behind a channel. So, like, you may not know. Like, to you, it's just you see a name, and when someone comments, "Hey, check me out," and 100 people are doing that, I feel like these bigger channels kind of lose, like, the social aspect that it is actual people. Like, we've met so many random friends off YouTube and, like, people we never would have known, but for...
Nick.
Exactly. Yeah. It's funny because, like, you people will be really critical because I think they forget that, and these bigger people will always think, "We found this too." It's like, "You're stepping in my space. Who are you to do this?" And then you see, like, a lot of criticisms when people don't realize that everyone's doing it hopefully for the right reasons, and everyone just wants... Well, it's a really good community too, especially, like, I feel like in our stage of, like, these newer channels that are like a year or two old. I found that a lot too, but it is hard, like, and you gotta learn to kind of just recognize who's an idiot, plain and simple. Like, if someone's criticisms matter, you can recognize that and reflect on that, and I think that's a huge part of everything. Like, there's been comments where we're like, "Oh, thank you, like, this is very constructive and something we should implement," and then there's, "You guys are idiots, you should be vegans, go kill yourself," and we're thinking, like, okay, like, this is a bit out there, and then you can just learn, or "This song sucks, delete your channel." It's like, what, right? Like, it's not relevant, and you can just learn to ignore that. And even, like, if you pour your heart out to a big YouTuber and they don't answer, chances are they just don't see it, or they're forgetting, like, where they started, and that's something we've tried to be careful with.
We try to respond to all comments and help people out no matter what.
Exactly.
Like, no matter how big we get as a channel, like, we're always...
Even newer channels that they say, "Check me out," we're always happy to look around, and
No, it's good. I mean, and it's interesting to hear that, you know, because I think a lot of people place a value on numbers. You know, like, okay, this person has this many numbers, they're not going to want to talk to me. And I give you guys that, like I was talking about earlier, the hustle. I mean, you guys have done some awesome collabs very recently. Anabolic Aliens, Natty Scott Herman. I mean, take me through a little bit of how something I advocate on my channel is reaching out to people, putting yourself in situations that'll help you grow. So what did you do kind of in a basic way to reach out to them, and what happened?
Well, should we start with Scott?
Yeah, I think you start by, like, building a friendship. So Scott, we've been watching for forever, and I think we tried to make sure we were active on his channel, and, like, that we were showing him that we existed. And then eventually I think some of our subscribers were commenting, like, "Oh, you guys should meet up or something." Yeah. And then I think he saw it and he emailed us, and
he's like, we'd love to, you know, set up a Skype Skype session, talk to you guys about coming down. Like, we started doing a bit of work on his website.
Well, that was Scott's interesting because he started a good website called muscularstrength.com, and he's looking for, like, newer YouTubers per se for a chance for them to get out their content. So within that, we started working there. We started writing blogs, and I think as he got to know us, like, we developed a bit of a professional relationship. Eventually, it was like, "Yo, you guys should come down. Love to feature you," and then we built a friendship there. And
filmed a bunch of videos with him for Muscular Strength for YouTube, and then from there, I feel like once you get that one big collab, like,
gives you validity.
So, like, then we just reached out to Maddie and Goku, and Goku Flex was one of them. We're like, "Hey, we're gonna be down in New York," and we just started talking to them about that, and figured we'd get a few workouts in with them. So
And we try to reach out to people that we know are like very similar. Like Maddie's big on coaching. We're big on coaching.
Anabolic are guys that are similar to us.
Yeah, they're very similar. Scott is very similar in like how we saw our videos and how we saw our channel. Like we don't necessarily try to reach out to people we feel would be a bad fit or people that have different.
Yeah, guys that we can, both share ideas with and learn from each other and all that stuff. So
people, yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I think that's what's so cool is like a lot of people, just go up to someone and they're like, okay, I wanna collab with you. I want to do this. I want to do that. It's way more than that. I think you guys put a perfect spot. Kind of it's building a relationship.
Yeah, that's the biggest part. It's like
yeah, big time.
Yeah, definitely.
So then make it something more than just one video that you guys see. It's much more than that because you grow up, you keep doing something each day, and it's like, okay, I know this guy pretty well. I might as well reach out to him and look at it now.
Yeah.
So
I think too many people.
I think. Go ahead, go.
Oh, my bad, dude. Yeah, I think too many people like look at comments on our channel from people we've never seen, and they're like, "You guys, cool channel. I sub back, and make sure you put me in your bar, and we'll put you in your bar."
Yeah,
it's like, what the heck? Like, we don't really know you. Like, people will just. People will think just take. Like, you need to think of what you can give these people too, right?
Like even Maddie, this guy was texting Maddie for like, a long time. We're trying to set things up. Like, it's not just like you message someone, hey, let's work out. We'll do it.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, if someone messages us that, we're like, all right, well, I mean, like, you don't even know who we are, what we look like. Like, you don't know anything about our channel. We're not really going to take the time. Like, but the guys who are, we've had a lot of collabs even where guys have been like, hey, man, like, going to be in the area. Let's work out. And like when they actually we build a relationship with them, it's a lot different than the guy who says, watch me lift weights and like my, it's like you kind of build something with them, which is cool.
And people will try to rush it. I find too much too. Like there'll be a very new, like even the first collab with Scott, I don't even think we were on the greatest base necessarily collab with him. Like we just got a new camera. We weren't too sure to use it. Like YouTube, like you said, like it's dog eats dog, right? Like nowadays you need like $3,000 of nice equipment. You don't need it, but we're saying like you should be at a point where you can make a good video and you can be respected for your ability to like talk in a video, be able to film decently. You're not chopping off heads. You're not using old crappy grainy footage. Like you need to be able to actually produce and I guess like put up when you come out there. Even our first time with Scott, like he kind of taught us a lot of acting in the sense of like not being timid, like, hey guys, Josh, to actually portray like some confidence.
He's one of the best at that, obviously.
Yeah, and it's a big learning process with that. And I feel like before you go hunting just for all this exposure, you need to get your channel right too at the same time, which is something
you got to get that
we
stuff
struggled
down.
with.
Yeah, for sure.
I think a lot of people are in a mindset, oh, I need this super nice camera, I need this super nice computer, I need this great rig, and that's going to help me produce. But if you don't have that creativity, you don't have that urge to produce something from, and it's not just like just produce something because something will happen. I'll be honest, I've seen a lot of people get into this. They want a sponsorship, they want free supplements, and they want that they think something is owed to them, but it's not. That urge needs to come from within. Yeah,
like it's even a guy was actually just commenting on our YouTube today. How did you get your channel to blow up? And it was Josh that responded that said like, we worked hard. I mean, people, I think, not this guy. I'm not pointing him out, but a lot of people kind of, ask questions that they're expecting like some secret answer, like.
Well, everyone just wants to get big.
Yeah, it's like
I even did. Like I made that mistake.
It's like, what camera did you use, man? I need that camera to get me bigger as a channel. And it's like, well, I mean, put out good content. Like know what you're talking about. Take the time to learn how Final Cut Pro works or whatever you're uploading on. And like, there's not a secret answer. Like work hard. Talk to other people on YouTube and get yourself out there. Let people know who you are and. Before you go spend all that money on the next top-notch equipment, right?
And even, adding to what I was saying, like, you need to learn your own style and learn who you are as a channel. Because I think a lot of newer guys will come in and expect to get big by copying a style. Like, what's good, YouTube? Like, they'll do their videos, like, you can tell you're like, this is modeled so much after.
Yeah.
They have no individuality, and they feel like they're
people realize that.
out of their. I think if more people do it for the right reasons, and you see these wholesome people who are doing it for whatever reason, like if your honest reason is for education, you want to help people better themselves that way. If you really just stick to what you do, eventually you'll be recognized. If you're out there and you just want to be an aesthetics bra and be like that D-bag shredded dude, but you're passionate to that to your core of your heart, I think you can make it work as long as you're who you actually are and you portray that. And people, I think, really respect that realism, you know?
Yeah.
We've even found, like, we've struggled so much with, like, what to project, and it's always come down to, like, let's be ourselves, and that's what people seem to like the best, so it's another thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're all unique, and I think, especially when, like, broadcasting an image, you know, you don't want people to get the wrong impression, but you don't want to show them that you're fake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not just putting up an act. And I think, you know, that's one of the hardest things to do is like, okay, should I tell them about this or should I not? You know, should I tell them, you know, this thing but not tell them this thing, even though it's like right over here? You know, it's kind of like a give and take. You know.
Yeah.
I think educationally it's huge. You guys have been doing a lot of series with, you know, how to build your biceps or how to build a bigger back. I think from an education standpoint, it's huge for people who are just getting into things or into fitness because they don't know anything and they need to have the proper guidance, and projecting that right message is what comes from the core. So I think that's what's awesome.
Oh, yeah,
so I want to move into something a little bit different here. Kind of like a quick fire, like just like 5 quick questions.
Sweet.
I kind of have a general idea of what they are. They're just kind of just like come to mind. So let's go. First one, favorite lift.
Shoulders.
Favorite like lift?
Wait, muscle group or lift? Yeah.
Let's do muscle group.
Muscle group. All right, shoulders.
All right. I originally in an interview with our buddy Science Fitness, I said back, but I'm gonna have to say shoulders now, and I'm pretty sure Josh and I have the same reason. If you want to hear more in depth, like I just feel like the pump that you get from like working your shoulders, like being able to like feel nice and wide, and like especially for me, like seeing the veins popping out of my shoulders, it's just really
just
rewarding.
the ROM on such a small little group just allows you to decimate it. Like they're just so like a chest. You look at it, you're like, okay, I can fly press, and I guess like one other thing. Whereas shoulders, it's like you got the world, right? Like ball and socket joint. So
you hit the rear, you hit the
you can just kill your shoulders. All right, we'll keep it quick though.
Next question: favorite lift.
Deadlift.
Okay.
I just like the absolute raw strength. A bench press is a bench press, a squat's a squat, but a deadlift, like I feel like if you get your mindset to it, you can just rip it off the ground, and it's an awesome feeling. So I really like the deadlift. Josh?
And then,
I'm thinking hard here. I don't know. Deadlift is a love-hate. I like deadlifting, I guess, but it's just so much work to set up. Like dealing with putting on that many plates.
Well, when you're as strong as him, it's kind of hard. But
I hate that. For that reason, I'm probably gonna say squat now, which is weird, and this is a complete copy of what Lane Norton said. But someone asked him this, and when he said it, I'm like, oh, I can relate. And today too, he said just the sheer feeling of having like that much weight on your back, and it will either crush you and you'll fall, or you can go back down and get back up. And I've loved it lately, so I'm gonna go with that.
And then, what would be the biggest tip of advice you would give to a non-lifter just getting into it?
Biggest tip of advice.
Biggest tip to a non-lifter getting into working out?
Yes.
Right. Research, read, knowledge is power over anything.
Know who to listen to there. If you just kind of walk around with your head down,
That's mine.
You're going to get walked on and stepped on with the new products, with the new advice, with people trying to sell you a waist trainer.
That's at the gym that don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, and all that stuff. So just have people who you can listen to, who you can trust, learn off them, and try to learn for yourself. Yeah. Don't listen to everything everyone says. Try to figure out why people are saying this, and try to gain a lot of knowledge.
I think a lot of people listen to that old man in the gym. It's like, yeah, you should be doing the bicep curls like this, or
I was told to
bench
deadlift
press
with
like
my
this.
back around it.
Yeah, you hear everything, man.
Swing my back with the curls because it'll give me more power.
Yeah.
Just the weirdest crap.
There's just so much misinformation that it's hard to find, who the right voices are, and it's hard to seek them out. So it's great that guys like you are.
Yeah, YouTube's awesome, man. But you just got to make sure you know who to trust and listen to, what people are saying in the right way. Right?
Especially with generations. Like the old school generation is a less scientific, more hard work pays off generation. Whereas now you're seeing that you eat crap, look good, don't lift as much, and still look good. Like you're seeing this weird, very sciencey realm, which is amazing though, because we're learning so much and kind of going away from the wives' tales, which is really interesting. And I'm sure we'll be wives' tales to the next generation, but that's science, right?
So in talking about the new person coming into the gym, what is the biggest thing you have learned recently that has changed the way you look at lifting and look at nutrition and fitness?
Biggest thing I've learned lately. Dang. This is
kind of a bombshell, but
biggest thing I've learned. I think I'm gonna say something that Josh is gonna say, and this is something we learned in a Dan Greene seminar. It was a powerlifting. You guys probably know who he is, and what he said was treat every lift like it's your heavy set. So when you're doing squats, when you're doing deadlifts, don't just lift the bar or lift the bar up like a pretty boy. Like lift it like you mean it, and treat every warm up set like you're about to be lifting 600 pounds. And like that really stuck to me, and Josh and I both like really do that a lot now. And the reason we say that is because you want to talk about this one?
I keep going. It's yours.
Well, yeah, you guys know the reason, but just like it just gets you really mentally focused, and like when you're starting, you go 1 plate, 2 plates, and you're just like, oh, this is like this. I'm not even really working right now. Like you just don't really get in there mentally. So we like to get focused and squat like we mean it, and hit some heavy numbers. So that's something we've learned.
Yeah, I guess mine would be to live to fight another day. Probably when you're younger, you try to battle through a lot of stuff, but I'm still really young. What am I saying? But more so just that, like, I don't know, like if your back hurts and you're halfway through a back workout, just call it. Like if it's bad, like you don't want to get it worse, even if it's a small tweak. Like before I would have been like, oh, man up and push through it. But now I try to listen to signs, and I think that's why I've never really been injured, is I know myself pretty well, and I know like I really don't have anything to prove. And sometimes like if I'm out, and even that applies so much like with nutrition, if I'm out at like someone's wedding or something, I don't want to be a prude and sit there and be like, I need my chicken. Like you need to learn to kind of adapt to your situation, right? So like if everyone's there, I don't want to be, I can't eat your food and so on. Like you got to live your life, and you got to learn to live it intelligently, I'd say.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things I've learned. What you just said is just live your life and not.
I wish I thought of that first.
Yours is good too.
Yeah, those are two big things that we're both firm believers on. So it's glad.
You just have to. I don't want to say go with the flow, because if you have certain goals and certain things that you want to do,
definitely, yeah.
But if things aren't of a huge concern, go out and enjoy yourself. There's nothing better than going to hang out with your friends, and get food and stuff like that.
Yeah, we love fitness, but I mean, life is important as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be able to enjoy the moments, because YOLO, we're only here once. But I mean, you got to be able to take the time and sit back and enjoy yourself.
Enjoy life with your loved ones, and if it's your mom's birthday and someone made a nice cake, don't turn it down because she'll be offended.
Yeah, you don't want to piss mom or dad off. I'll tell you that. So last question. I think this is pretty funny, because a lot of people in our space, they're very like, oh, is that real? Is that really what, is he actually capable of that? Is that what he looks like? So I'm going to drop the bomb. Are you guys natural or not? Natty or not?
Natty or not. Yes, sir. 100p. Keeping it that way.
Both natural.
5 years strong. Along with that, supplements were pretty low key. That's another tip, is food is the best supplement. You can do so much with food. It's so cool.
A supplement is a supplement.
Yes.
A lot of people. What? As obvious as that sounds, when you actually think about it, a lot of people, will look at certain supplements like they're a magic wand or their magic weapon or whatever you want to call it, and it's like,
what
supplements do I take? I need this. If you're taking that, I'm taking it. It's like,
even with protein, like the fallacies with protein expectations, like I've heard people say, oh, I can't have my protein today, I didn't work out. And it's like, this is like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, no offense to them, obviously, like it's important to help these people, but there's just so much.
Yeah.
Like people say, if I take 2 scoops, will I get even more muscular? And it's like, no, like it doesn't work like that. And there's too many. And realistically, the only supplement that would probably cause you to blow up is an anabolic supplement, which is gonna
to bring it back,
chastise your body.
We're both natural. We're proud natties, and
Natty Nation.
Yeah, we don't see it any different.
Oh, where is it? Oh, whatever.
No.
I got a Natty Nation sticker on my laptop.
Just to let people know.
So I want to get back to kind of your current projects, what you guys are doing now. I want to take a little bit of a different approach here because a lot of people look at YouTube. Oh, these guys are just making videos for fun, and there's obviously a little bit of a business aspect to that. You guys said you offer coaching, and there's a little bit more to it. So how do you find the time to balance what you're doing between YouTube and obviously you guys are engaged in other stuff like school and things like that? So how are you effectively balancing all the things in your life right now?
I think easiest way is just to say prioritize, and we keep it real with ourselves mainly. This generation especially, like if you just look at anyone anywhere, everyone is too busy for this, too busy for that. But if you think about it, people probably spend like an hour a day on Instagram, an hour on Netflix at least, and then you add up everything else, it's extra sleep. Like we've learned to try to be really productive with the time we do have and to maximize it. Cut out small, busy tasks per se. Like you can add on to that because I know you.
I was just gonna say, like even I had someone asking me, well, how do you have the time to do this coaching with school and then on top of working YouTubing and like I said, like prioritizing is huge. And even my mom was asking me about that, and I was like, well, those 5 hours that the person would go out on a Saturday night, like I love to have fun, by the way. I'm not a prude or anything. But I mean, those 5 hours, I could put it towards, studying or doing something for clients or whatever it is. And it's just a matter of, prioritizing because you hear every day, I don't have enough time to do this. I don't have enough time. And at the end of the day, like you have enough time to do whatever you want to do and whatever is important to you. So that's one of the things.
You wrote a blog on time management, didn't you?
Yeah, I wrote a blog on that.
And what was the one, goal setting and implementation? You wrote that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're big self-helpers, as funny as it sounds. We live for those podcasts. Like
I know you do too, dude.
Yeah, they're good.
Like, they are so good. I mean, I've been on a marketing kick recently, so I've been trying to study my butt off about internet marketing and all that because there's a space for it, and people fail to realize, like, if you want something, you just go get it. Like, it's there.
All right. Quick fire question: what's your favorite book or audiobook for self-help or better improvement?
Oh man, it's the 50th Law by Robert Greene and 50 Cent.
Oh, I haven't even read that. Write that
down. Basically, it compares for everyone. It compares hustling drugs to how you can have a successful life. And
you know who I know he watches? Sorry to interrupt. Grant Cardone.
Yes, Grant Cardone.
Grant Cardone is
don't compete, dominate, 10x baby.
He's a little over the top, but he being like listening to these people, even like if you think of like the influence of the people have on you in your day and the different types of people, right? And especially at this stage, like it feels like people are just getting less and less motivated. So I think it's important to have a mentor of a way, but it's kind of hard to find a good mentor. So you can just try to surround yourself by making sure you're giving the right information in and hope the right information comes out.
Yeah, and it's huge. Like what you supply yourself in your head, it's the story you tell yourself. And if you are telling yourself the story, well, I'm going to look at Instagram for the next hour, and then I'm going to do this for the next hour, and then 4 or 5 hours gone. It's like
you just dig a hole.
But where's your day? Where's your day gone? Like,
he has a good point on a crutch. You like talking about the crutch where people will give themselves.
Yeah, you said it.
I forgot what it was. It was just basically like people will like literally like diagnose themselves with like some kind of. I don't remember what he was saying. We wanted to do a video on this. I know I'm putting you on the spot, but
yeah, we just find a lot of people like to give themselves crutches or give themselves I can't kind of attitude. Like if you go to the average person, they'll say, "No way I could do coaching," because we do coaching, which takes a large amount of time. We do YouTube, which takes a ton of. We've been down here since 8 a.m. It's close to 9 p.m. now, like just doing this kind of stuff, and we work 30, 40 hours a week, full-time degrees, but the sad truth is we could even be better with our time, and we still have fun, but it's just like ineffectiveness will creep in, and we allow ourselves to have these crutches of, I can't do this, I don't have time for this is too much, can't take that on, where if you like really open yourself up, you'll see opportunities start to come in. And that goes with YouTube
and if you commit too, dude, and you take action. I've watched your videos. Take action. Like,
all about it, yeah.
Don't stop feeling sorry for yourself.
We're preaching to the choir right now.
You guys watch his videos if you haven't already. I'm sure if you're seeing this, you have, but check them out.
So let's go through now. Let's go through like a typical week. So you have coaching, you have YouTube, you got all your other extra stuff. And take me through a typical day. One of the things that a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of millionaires do is they wake up at 5 a.m. and I want to get in the habit of doing this. Maybe you guys would too. Is pretty much write out your day. Like 5 a.m. Okay, so waking up, 5:30, taking a shower, like do the things out. So take me through the typical day of Josh and Kyle.
Here, it's funny. So myself and Kyle, we have a thing called the morning grind. Like you said, we've always woke up at 5 a.m. to find that time, but slowly that's pushed a little bit later, unfortunately. But today we're just adapting it. So
it starts right there.
This is the secret right here. So our morning grind we have now is we wake up, like you said, we review our goals. So every day we're trying to review basically what our ultimate goals are, monthly, yearly, daily, etc. Right?
What you're gonna do to get there.
Remind ourselves where we see ourselves, where we want to be next, is to send love to someone. So we try to think, like, positivity, is funny and cheesy it sounds, like even psychologists will talk about this though, but you can train yourself for optimism. So we try to make sure we're positive, try to be less selfless people, especially in fitness, which a lot of people would argue is very egocentric. So we try to make sure we're in that area, and it's something nice to do. And then we take 5 minutes to plan our day, like you said. That's huge for us. We write down everything. We make our to-do list, what we like to accomplish, allocate times. Aside from that, we have the gratitude journal. We try to write 5 things that we're thankful for from the day before, and it kind of sets you in that right mindset, because we joke about this, because we used to meet up to film our videos at 7 a.m., so we'd have to leave our house by 6 a.m., usually wake up 5:30, and I remember, like, myself and Kyle some days would be like, yo, I don't want to be here, I don't want to do this sucks. And then one day, like, even I just thought to myself, and I think Kyle did too, is we're like, yo, today's going to be a sick day, we're going to kill it, like, it's the weather, it might be cold, but it's going to be a really good day, and you just feel, like, 10 times better.
Yeah, and when you, like, have that gratitude, like, to be able to reach out to so many people, you kind of really appreciate it as well. You're like, damn, like, I shouldn't be feeling upset about this, man. I should be excited. So, like, if you're ever feeling down, it's just a really
train yourself to be positive instead of being a cynic, because unfortunately you see people start to be cynical and they fall just to such low heights of awe, and you kind of get that grumpy old man analogy forming into people, which is really sad, right? Because you'll see, like, people that have had a few bad things happen in their life and they just dwell and dwell and dwell instead of trying to think of how they can change themselves. So tell them your favorite quote. Things don't happen.
Things don't happen to you, they happen because of you.
Which is it's huge. It's hard to hear, but it's a good one. And then we like stretch, because we need to be doing that, especially if we're packing on mass. Then we get, where's the water bottle? We both do this separately, obviously.
We're not together. But it's just something we're all, It's like, yo, you got your water bottle, bro? It's like, yo, alright, I'm filling mine now.
But this is what we should be doing every morning. And then we fill up this sucker here to make sure we're drinking a ton of water, basically, pour into your glass. It starts you off by hydrating you nice. Then we address clients, because clients come first. And then we take some time to just talk to YouTube people, respond to our comments, comment on other people. Then the big thing for us is to eat the frog. I don't know if you've ever heard of that term.
Tell me about this frog.
You like this one.
It's basically to tackle the hardest thing of your day, to get the right start on your biggest project of your day, whether it be school, work, business, YouTube, anything of any regard. But eating the frog is a thing you really don't want to do, but you just take 30 minutes, an hour, whatever you got to work on it. And then this whole thing, and then we get to our emails and all the
so by this time it's around, it depends on the day, usually 7 or 8 a.m. like by the end of this, and then Like usually I'll start school at 8, so then it's like 8 to 4, and then just like maybe go to work, film some YouTube or whatever we have planned for the night. So
and that's
so basically one of our big things is like the rest of the day will go as your morning goes. So basically like if you lay in bed like hit snooze 50 times and you're just like, dang, like this is gonna suck, or you just like you decide you're in a good mood, you're like, I'm ready to kill it. Like it's the start of your day is everything.
We've talked about this too. Like we're not perfect. Like this is ideal, and we do this pretty much every day. But there's days where we catch ourselves slack. Myself, I don't know. I can't speak for Kyle, but I'm sure it's the same. If I take a morning and I screw up and I get stuck in that YouTube stage and I start watching prank videos, like I'm like, dang, 3 hours has passed.
I'm like, what did I just do?
Yeah.
I could have been doing so many other things.
You feel like crap. Like you don't want to live your life. Like our biggest thing is like Kyle talks about this. He's like, so many people are partying and relaxing like they have something to celebrate when they don't. Like we prefer to earn basically. So
and by this we don't mean become a millionaire to party, but like for me,
just to know.
For me, I like to go out with friends and stuff. Like I went out with a few buddies, but like it's nice to be able to like grind for the day, know you got everything done you need to, and then go enjoy it instead of like having everything on your mind. Like I have to do this, and then going out for whatever you're gonna do at night. But like you just gotta earn it.
Reward yourself for some work. Plus, you feel better. Like Netflix and all those things just feel very empty if they're not deserved.
If you didn't earn it, yeah.
And you get so stuck in them is the problem.
So
and then we're going on. You're asking us about what we love about you. You hit the right chord with these questions.
Yeah.
But our big thing is I don't know if you know who Darren Hardy is. He talks about this. So
no, what's Darren
he's
Hardy?
really good. Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect. It's an amazing book. I've made my girlfriend read it. She makes her friends read it. It's an amazing book. He's a very good example of a well-rounded guy. While Grant Cardone may be a little bit over the top, business oriented. He focuses on family, relationships, business, health. He's very good for that. But he says if you have a good morning grind, this is something that will be stable every day. Your whole day could go 1,000 different ways, but you're waking up and doing these same things. You have this time. You have this time to eat the frog, work on your projects, and it's something you can consistently do, and it will start you off right, no matter what kind of hectic things go down during the day.
Yeah, and that's I mean, a lot of people think, I'll get up and make my coffee. I did this. I will be the first to say, I'll wake up, get your coffee, and then go to work, have some more coffee, sit at the desk all day, type, and then go back home, and then Netflix and chill until it's time to wake up and do it again the next day. The monotony, and you guys said it great. It's like, hey, we get down sometimes, but we catch ourselves doing that. And that positive, optimistic attitude is what keeps you going. I mean, I believe in waking up at 5 a.m., getting your day started, and just going on a roll. Like nothing, like you said, nothing will stop you from.
If you want it.
Nothing will stop you from how good or bad your day is, as long as you did that thing, the thing that you love. I can't argue.
Yeah, you grow, and like you're saying, like productivity is learned. You can't just go. Same with dieting. Like this is the best. You see so many overweight people going, "I'm going to diet," or girls that just want to diet for the heck of it, and they go from such a low level to here, like 0 to 100, so fast, and you just see people burn out. Like you can't just go from being like a quote unquote bum who doesn't really sleeps all day kind of thing, right? And then all of a sudden be like, yo, tomorrow I'm gonna start a business, I'm gonna do this. Like you have to teach yourself and discipline yourself. Like taking this little hour makes me want to do more. Like I will never work on schoolwork after watching YouTube or TV because you're like, oh, let's watch one more. Or I got time, chill. If you do stuff like this, like you just feel like woken up and you want to keep going. Same with fitness.
Well, yeah, it's something we definitely suggest to people watching this is like when you're trying to jump into a habit, doing something like this may be a bit much, but like even starting with one thing, 2 things, and like working your way into it. Just like the gym, like you're new to fitness, you've never worked out. Don't try to go to the gym 7 times a week, work out for 3 hours a day. Like, work into it, your body will adapt, and then go from there, right? Like that's something we really like to preach to people.
And
I think people try to jump into things way too quick. It's an unrealistic expectation.
Like you say, you like take action, commit. But like also, there's to a certain extent.
Water. I'm drinking a bunch. Yeah, but you also need to find the right line because Kyle and I, near our competition, were just killing it. Like, we were grinding probably for like 3 to 4 hours in the morning, waking up at 5, posing, just doing so much. But past the point of productivity to the point of like feeling a bit like a drone again.
Yeah.
Like just doing too much. Like you really need to find the right limit and the right limit of work and reward.
This was something I wanted to make a video on to talk on of what Josh just said. Like, we like to preach do the most productive thing possible, but that doesn't always mean doing work. So if going out going to play a game of pool with your buddies will lead to you being more productive, or going on a vacation for a week where you're not doing any work but will lead to you being more productive the next week, like whatever you find is the most productive thing you could do possible, do that, even if it's not work, because there are a lot of other things that could be productive.
I think I'm what I've done is I used to, go to work, make my money, and then go spend it on myself. And then a lot of people don't reinvest that money into themselves.
Jeez.
And they don't do things for themselves. You make this money, right? Don't go spend it on a new pair of Jordans or a brand new video game. I'm not saying don't go out and enjoy yourself, but there are things that you can do with what you've earned to then. It's my buddy Nathan Latka. He says reading is like compound interest for your brain. It just keeps multiplying.
Exactly.
Reading is the best habit you
Invest
can
in
pick
yourself.
up. So it's all about finding the thing that makes you happy and just doing it.
100%.
So, obviously for you guys, it's lifting, it's school, it's doing these YouTube videos, and I want to get back to when you guys are in contest prep, because I'm in contest prep right now, which is going great, by the way.
Out of way. I'm looking forward to seeing the progress.
Yes,
more fun.
I got my macros. I'm looking at the board right now, and it's looking good. I hope.
How long you got?
I got 16 weeks. I got 16 weeks to come in clean.
Yeah, we got 4 months, but we're doing powerlifting for once.
Yeah, not physique this time. Powerlifting.
Yeah, we're switching off season. We've always looked up like Lane Norton, people like that. We've always liked being strong, and I think we get very bored just coming in and just pumping up, quote unquote. Like lifting heavy is fun for sure, and I find it's a good test of will. So we're gonna test ourselves. Our numbers are up there. Like
you only deadlift 610 pounds, so.
Yeah.
Should be 650 next week. Let's see.
Let's go.
Yo, we're gonna be working out in Ohio, right?
Yes, dude. I booked my flight. I get in Thursday night.
Oh, nice. Dude, yeah, we have to. I do the Facebook group.
Yeah, we do. We just started a Facebook group, so
since we're recording this now, I just saw what you guys posted in the Facebook group. So I'm gonna post this video tomorrow because I think there's so much information in here that needs to be said and thrown out there, and awesome. I'm super excited to share it. So on the Facebook, there's a Facebook group. I think it was called YouTube Fitness Collective or something like that.
Yeah.
So say what you guys posted in there.
Sorry?
Say what you guys posted.
Oh yeah, so we're going to the Arnold for the first time, and we want to try to do a big YouTube meetup basically. So where anyone who wants to come down, whether you got 5 subs or 100,000 subs, whatever, we'll see if I think Scott Herman would probably be down to come out. That'd be sick. We're supposed to meet up with him, but we may as well meet up with him that night. And it'd be an awesome opportunity for all of us to kind of meet each other, have some fun, go to the gym, and not just be cyber friends. Because I think meeting people in person is so cool to actually getting to know them and to kind of be surrounded by people with the same mindset. Like, there's not a lot of people like necessarily like us around you in your social group. So it's cool to meet people that like. It's so funny because all these people we meet that we collab with, it's like you connect with them so quick.
Yeah.
And, like, you become such good friends, and it's like, what the heck? Like, how? But then you think like, oh, they lift, they're business motivated like me, they know a lot about filming. Like, it's just common interests, right? So it's huge.
Yes.
And it's so much fun, and it's so cool meeting a bunch of people. And
so yeah, we hope to see you guys all there.
Yeah, so we're gonna host a meetup Friday night at some gym. We're gonna figure it out right now. Just message either of us, I guess, on Facebook, and Josh Wilkinson, Kyle Grondin. You can see it in there, and then we're gonna make a big Facebook chat for anyone who's down, and then hopefully we can all meet up, do that, and then I'll go get food or something, and should be unreal.
Yeah. Well, I'll be there. I'll include it in the notes at the bottom of the description box and all that. So you guys probably hear some dogs right now. Somebody just walked home. So They're very nice. But I'll include everything we talk about in the show notes, books, all that. I'll list that all down below. And you can take these tips and tricks and all that fun stuff to put it in your own life, and hopefully you can make a better life. So I want to move into the final bit, kind of wrap things up. So kind of already discussed, the starting, how to start a YouTube channel, the problems you face, what you're doing now. What's the future like? It's February 18th. So
February 18th.
What 1 year from now, where do you guys want to be?
The big interview question, eh? I like it.
Jeez.
We're ready for this one. 1 year from now, we have it written down. I think we're at 25K subs. It's the goal in that regard. Looking to really increase our clientele as much as we can handle while making sure we're doing top quality for Colossus coaching. What else you got?
Like we have now, just like, I think one of the most important things is we have a positive relationship with everyone that views our channel, that comments, because you see all these channels, 500 dislikes, all these hate comments, and we've kept it really positive. So not looking at numbers, but just maintaining a really good positive relationship with everyone, that interacts with us. So that's a really big goal.
Then I guess personally, some other things we'd like to really do are
win some powerlifting.
Yeah, I definitely like to set a bunch of Canadian records for sure. Maybe it'd be sweet to set world records. That'd be a dream. Then after powerlifting, I think both of us may head back to the physique realm or the classic bodybuilding.
Give it a try. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Ton of fun to try. It's cool. We really like the idea of switching back and forth and playing around, especially with the whole YouTube thing.
Yeah, because it's nice to have always something to look forward to when it comes to training. It's cool to train to lift weights, but when you have a meet or a competition to look forward to, it always pushes you harder, and it's a lot more fun for us. So.
And 1 year from now, I think the absolute goal, the biggest goal, is to quit work, do Colossus, do coaching.
Work Colossus full time.
Do what we love and not have to work.
That's my big thing is
work for yourself, right?
The thing you do, the thing you enjoy the most is something that you should. The passion you have can pay for what you want to do, and it's something that something that you can make your own. And people are too afraid to follow their heart and say, "Hey, I want to do this. I'm gonna make a living off of it." So I respect that 100%. That's what I want to do.
You too, man. We're amped to meet and talk more about all this. It'll be sick.
Yeah, I'm stoked to meet you guys, and I wanna close with kind of anything you guys want to say, any last tidbits of information, and just kind of give you the time to speak. Before that, I do want to ask one question. I got a bunch of questions. I'm gonna ask you more questions too.
We're all night, buddy.
We're chatty right now. So.
All right. So what is the best business book or book you've read that has changed your outlook on things?
Okay. This is gonna be a mutual answer. All right. 10x, 100%.
10x.
I texted him today. I said,
listen to it 6 times.
I said I was listening to a business book because we have audiobooks. It was 10 hours long. I was an hour in. I quit on it and I started listening to Grant Cardone again. I don't know what it is. He just everything about him. His
even
motivation.
Originally, I was just looking for an audiobook to interest me. I started listening to it and it was so similar to what we talk. He, like I said, he's very over the top, but over the top is so inspirational. He's just so 10x. Basically, what it is he's saying why think on an average level and just achieve averageness when you can think 10 times the goal, be 10 times the person.
But even if you fail, you'll be failing right here.
Exactly.
As opposed to
and his whole thing is don't be a baby. Just do what you have to do. Be effective. Don't cry over spilled milk. Don't give yourself excuses. He's very real and very honest. It's harsh, but
I mean, if you're ready for the harshness, then
it's
for you. But aside from that, one of my favorite books is also the Compound Effect, we both really like, by Darren Hardy.
Rich Dad Poor Dad.
And then
was awesome.
That was another one, and then another one was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I don't know if you've heard of that one.
I've heard of that one. Yeah.
That one is really good. It just gives you a lot of good. Tips for relationships with people, relationships with business partners and family members, and it's just an all-around good book for life, everyday life.
Books are everything.
We have a list of 50,
could
so
on, yeah.
we could go on.
But I think 10. If anyone's looking for one and they they kind of want a Kickstarter. They want their ignition to their life.
Just to be able to try to figure out like what it is you want and what you're working for, and like if there's one book, it would be that one. Just it really gets you thinking.
Yeah, the one book that started is the 50th Law. It gets me all the time. But the one book that I think that I first read that got me going was the one thing. It's been around for quite a while. It's basically you find your one thing.
That sounds good. Yo, we
have some books. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys use Evernote. Evernote is like a where you can like type notes and everything.
I used it. But
I have like lists of books. I have 2 books.
We'll exchange some books for sure. Another good one.
2 books right here.
Yeah.
Hey.
I know you said you're into marketing, and a huge one that's changed a lot. Purple Cow. I don't know if you've heard of
Seth.
Never heard of that.
Godin.
So you think, first of all, the book's purple. It's Purple Cow. And the whole idea is, what the heck is this? And his whole thing is, a cow is average. How can you make a cow better? You rethink the idea of a cow and you have a purple cow. A purple cow is a marketing genius because it's stupid. Who would think what a purple cow is? And all of his books they're clickbaity in a sense, but he's very true to marketing in life, and he's a very well-respected marketing head, and he just changes your whole perception of marketing in that different is better.
Yeah.
It's a great read, yeah.
Like, and you'll see a lot of people.
Little dry, but the concept is incredible.
You see a lot of people on YouTube, like, when they do their own thing that's known as Purple Cow, that's different, and that's, when they usually start to succeed.
Bro Science Life. He's like no one else, and Purple Cow.
He's like that one guy, that one purple cow out there.
And then you're all going to talk, even vegan gangs, like as much as it sucks to say, he's a purple cow, right? Like, and people love the purple cow.
He did his own thing, like it worked for him.
Kino Body's one of them. He's a purple cow. Like, you see the guys.
We're not saying we love these people, but marketing wise, they're all geniuses.
So yeah, that was a good book for us.
Yeah.
For sure.
And if you think that way, it will open doors. We're still trying to become a purple cow, but
yeah.
We'll find it.
It'll come.
Or a blue cow, maybe.
Maybe
be different
orange.
than a purple cow.
maybe red.
Yeah, the red cow, purple cow. I mean, staying out from the pack is huge.
Yeah, man.
So
for sure.
I think that's all I got. I can't wait to see you guys in 2 weeks. That's gonna be
man.
Awesome.
I'm excited for sure. Yeah.
So I want to first say thank you for being the first to do this. This is my first go at this, so
it's an honor.
Thank you for having us and letting us talk about ourselves anytime.
Yeah, I think like I mentioned earlier, people put a certain projection on the camera. I just want to get people on here and just be like, dude, just talk. Like, I'll sit back like this. Like, let us put it on my mask or whatever. Like, for me, it's so cool to hear, like, from perspectives of you guys who are in another country, who grew up a totally different way, to hear how things different, how you learn about things, how things come your way, and it's so different. So I'm gonna let you guys plug away. If people want to connect with you, where should they go?
Mainly, I'd say youtube.com/Colossus Fitness. You can search us there. Otherwise, Instagram.com/ColossusFitness.com. It's a really big piece of media for us. Twitter's Colossus Fitness. Website's a great way if you really want to learn more about us and kind of see what's written about us. Aside from that,
we've got our Facebook official Colossus Fitness. Yeah, that was a tough one. It was taken, so it's official Colossus Fitness. But I mean, anything on there, like, reach out to us, send us an email.
Say what's up.
Any
Say
questions
what's up
you guys
in person,
have.
even better. It's the best when you get to meet people in person. It's always nice. It's so funny because I'm gonna end it. Sorry, I keep going off, but YouTube is funny. Like, people will think, oh, you only have 5,000 subscribers, right? Because some people have tons and tons. But if you think about it, like, a lot of our high schools, I don't know what yours are like 1,000. And if you think of how big your high school is and how much you thought, like, this is huge, oh my goodness.
So many people.
Right? Like, a movie theater is like 100 people, right? So if you're having 5,000 people in a room just looking to watch you and learn from you, and it's nuts.
It's like
even 50 people, like, my girlfriend is like 300 subs. She's like, oh, it's nothing. I'm like, have you thought about what 300 people is? Like,
just like you're about to hit 300. You're at 297. How many people?
That's
about to
massive.
hit 300. Yeah.
And I think too many people have the wrong perception of comparing themselves when if you just are really happy with what you do and you're making friends and you just take in that's that many people, or you can
Help
even
out
how
that
many
many
people you
people.
can reach through like all your different media, like we can reach. It's insane more than small countries. Like it's so cool to think if you think of it in that way and you take it better.
But if you're
It's all
always thinking
perspective.
like, dang man, I need more subs, I need more like
Yeah,
when
then
if
become
you're doing
that
it for the
cynical
right
man.
way, then and think like, I have this amount of people watching me. You know, what can I do with this power? Like, how many people can I inspire? How many people can I help out? And what difference can I make in the world like this? And eventually, you know, things will be you know, really huge where we can reach out to a crazy amount more. But for now, we're just doing what we can and trying to help people out and make the world a better place. So,
Hell yeah.
thanks a lot for having us, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys spoke like you did, kept it true, and I'm so glad that we were able to connect on this. I hope everybody out there listening now and watching this is enjoying it just as much as we have. And
I'm super motivated right now.
And thanks to anyone who's watching this deep. You guys are the best. If you're still in here,
you made it this far.
You're number one.
Message us. We'll send you a shirt.
I made it the timer. I don't know how long this is. I mean, this is just it's cool. This is an idea I've had for a couple months now, and it's finally coming.
You took action, buddy.
I think it turned out. Yeah, we'll share it up, and I think people should like it, and hopefully they like listen to us ramble. But we'll see.
We'll see what happens. So thank you guys so much, and yeah, that's gonna end the show.
Thank you very much for having us, man.
We'll add you to the group now.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
All right, bro.
We'll see you next time, man.
See ya. Take care.